Hi people, just for once I'm on my replays, I'll actually just have commentary going over it. This was the last race I did online. Not my best race, I must add. My lap times were very inconsistent. I believe if I had consistent lap times I actually had the pace to come second. I think first was a bit out of it. But yeah, sporting a new livery since the chrome colour was there, so I got that. I think the car actually looks very nice, and obviously it's my favourite Group 3 car for this circuit, the Aston Martin. Good grunt to get around the straights, understeers a bit in the middle section, but that is definitely something you can put up with. So what you do see here is, says this guy in the Porsche had a very good qualifying time. I don't think it's the correct car for this circuit unless it's in a slipstream. Then you see the McLaren all over the rear of us there. I was a bit worried coming down here. I mean, the top end of that McLaren's great. I mean, its brakes aren't the best, so those ones I turned in, you see in the back when they made a mistake and runs wide, it takes the pressure right off me. So that, yeah. Now running in fourth. As you can see, a solid opening lap, not the best. But yeah, I spent most of the race just tracking that Porsche, and the other Aston basically following. It's never dropped to more than 1.2 seconds behind us at any point. I think the mistakes came because, you know, it's coming up now, I don't get a penalty, but as you see, look, there's a mistake there. Missed the apex and run wide, compromising my exit speed massively coming up here. Means I couldn't really stay in the slipstream of the Porsche. I mean, I did gain up, but it's mainly because the better top end of the Aston over it. See, like the first lap's done, so I'll go a bit conservative into the first corner here and turn in. Front gripped in there, we'll see, let's cut it slightly, and I've got like a 9/10 penalty. Which, you know, I wasn't happy with, understood, but I lost time doing that. So that annoyed me, but yeah, I knew where the game was coming from on it. I did cut the corner, but yeah, I was a bit too conservative. You see, I was braking at the 100 metre board there. Nothing where you can brake 75 metres before that corner, but I drift wide on the exit. I got the power down too early, went that bit wide, put the rear wheels over the curb. Again, compromising exit speed. And see, now I've dropped off behind now. Get the apex, a little bit slide on the exit, just get the car into that hairpin there. I think this is going to be one of the first two videos I'm going to do with commentary today. Get this one uploaded shortly. And again, not quite getting the curb on the apex of the corner, which I need. You need that in the Aston. I found to get the lap time, get the car pulled into the corner. So like I say, understeer, very front end heavy. You can feel it, but it's a very stable car. It does like the wheel spin in the first couple of gears, but get from gear 3 onwards, it has great acceleration. See, I was pretty good during the first 3 corners. Could have been a bit better through turn 3. But again, like you see, slowly getting on the Porsche, the Aston's behind us. So like at this point, it's a 3-way fight for third. I'm the only one in this group that has a penalty. But again, I mucked up that corner again. Didn't got the power on good enough and ran it wide. Didn't run it wide. Sorry, it was a bit too tight. So, but you see, I have actually closed on the Porsche though. See, look, here it comes. See, look, missed the apex slightly. Compromises entrance into that corner. Slidey on the exit, but good speed on the exit. Didn't take as much curb as I wanted, but still that was a good length for that corner. And had to release the accelerator slightly coming through there instead of carrying a flat out. So that did cost me a bit of time. But a much better corner and that's corner that time. Got a much better exit than the lap before. Carried a bit more speed up last and behind me got a slightly better exit. He's now in my slipstream, slowly catching up on there. He's like on the edge of it, it's not really bringing him forward that much. But now we'll see the fastest lap of the race from myself now. I've got a 1:33.4. My qualifying time is 1:33.2, but I know I'm probably dipping to 1:32.8.9 if I strung a lap together myself. So that goes much better that time. A little bit too tight on the entrance, but still I found it to be a really good corner, much better exit speed, much better line. As you can see, I am catching now. I am physically catching. And what I'm doing is I'm dragging that Aston along behind. I mean, he's dropped off slightly, which is good for me because at this point I did want a gap. I mean, I had a 9/10 penalty. I wanted the gap over a second just in case I didn't quite, you know, feel like getting rid of the penalty just before the line. But he did catch up slightly through that corner there. And again, it's like we see the accelerator through there. But then just drifted a bit too wide. Still not too bad. Still got a decent exit. Again, Aston behind me got a better one. See, he seemed to be much stronger coming out that last corner than what I was for the whole race. See, I'm much closer to that Porsche. That basically the slip's been dragging me right behind him coming through here. Look, I'm now basically right on his rear on the exit of turn 3, going down the straight to see it coming up. No, right behind him. So I got a really good tour down here. I mean, Paul planned on outbraking him. I did miss but accept some of the blame on that. I mean, I could have braked a little bit earlier and still made the corner and the overtake. But again, I think he should have just backed off slightly, realising I was up his inside. He could undercut me back under it. Because if I would have touched it, I think I might have just run slightly off the circuit. So I still didn't feel the need to give the position back. Still felt I got that fairly. I was right alongside on the corner, maybe slightly ahead by the time getting to the apex. But yeah, so like the last lap now. So I actually managed to smack that flat out this time. You see, I didn't quite have a second gap, and I went a bit too conservative into the corner, a bit too slow. Even though I put the power down, wasn't quite good enough. He's slowly closing in on me, and this is what I was confused about. I did brake on the line, and I could have sworn I still had 3/10 of the penalty still to lose, but it didn't have the full second, so I don't know if that's changed recently or not. But I was still able to get that. Okay, well, if you watch this, thanks for watching. I will be uploading more videos, more commentary shortly. Like I say, I do prefer the Aston for the circuit over the other cars I use, which are the Porsche and the BMW. Thank you.